relationships can be up one minute, down the next, sideways the next. Great, everybody getting along. But what people don't understand is, and I always wondered about this, how supply works, how to understand supply, because when there's intimate transactions or intimate moments and events taking place, there is transactions, there's expenditures from the person's soul to the other person, and it works both ways. So there are forms of satisfaction, let's say spiritual and soulish food, these transactions taking place between the two people, but it's motives and the reasons for doing it and what the person wants out of it usually can be obscured unless it's a conclusive, determined, decided upon relationship, because all intimate interactions are consequential, and the consequences of them can have tremendous impacts, serious impacts, if you're being used as a source of supply. Now, the covert female narcissist, come mate please, let's go, put it down, come on. The covert female narcissist will, sorry, the dog, I've got the dog with me, will hide these motives. Come mate, over here please, quick, here, Hank. Will hide these motives, and you will be believing that you're, or under the impression that you're building a relationship, but really what you are is just being used as a source of supply, intimate supply. Now, in a lot of cases, the female narcissist won't know herself what all this means or what she's doing, and many people don't know how these things work and the harm that it does. They just follow their feelings and their senses, and that's the long and short of it all. But there's way more to it than that. Intimacy is consequential. It's completely consequential. And those impacts are life-changing. They have life-changing effects on people. And these effects can change the mental health of somebody and the physical health of somebody dramatically, depending on the level of impact, the level of surprise, I suppose, when reality sinks in to the person that finally realizes they're being used. Now, the word used is a tough one because it's two people coming together, whatever the agreement is, and sharing one another with one another. That's the supply, that's the exchange. And some people don't want anything in return for that exchange, and these people are relatively dangerous in the sense that if they don't want anything in return for the exchange, then you've got no right either to expect anything in return for the intimate exchange. So that's the deep-seated underlying darkness of the female narcissist. So if you begin to try and build a commitment. You may get a level, you'll get a level of that. You'll get a theatre of that, an element of theatre of that. But it's a stage show. It's just a show to keep you interested in that person. It's carrot dangling, and they're experts at it. And this is how they keep you hooked. So what you'll find is massive spaces, massive voids, unhealthy voids in the relationship that will begin to torment you and aggravate you and dissatisfy you. Any satisfaction that you're getting out of it will be outweighed by these voids and other things that are going on. And eventually you will decide that this, hopefully, if before you have a breakdown or before you get angry or something like that, you will decide and realize that this is not what you thought it was going to be. It's not what you wanted or what you expected. It's just not what you wanted it to be. And so you have to make some decisions, because now you're attached, you're intertwined, you're bonded, you're stuck more or less with the installation, the transfer of that person into your psyche. And that's what we bond to, the flavour of that person within our person from the transaction, the intimate transaction. And people think that that's just going to go away, but it doesn't. It's an imprint at different levels that will rise and fall within you of that person through this exchange. It leaves an imprint in your matrix, in your mind. So you have to be willing to accept this. See, this is why a lot of people that have many, many partners by way of lust and the deception of it, they end up having different personalities. They'll have a personality for this and a personality for that. But what it is a culmination and a mutation of their person with yours that mutates your character. Because now you've got an infiltration of somebody else's persona, with all the good and bad and whatever that brings, through the intimate relationship. And these are the things that we don't get warned about. We get warned that it's no good to play with intimacy and sex, but we don't fully understand how bad the consequences of that kind of behavior can be, and they can be lethal. Very, very lethal. It's like drugs. So you get the initial euphoria, but the long-term consequences of it will work against you. I'm Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist, Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia. You can contact me through my website if you want. Bye for now.